All right, here we go. This is one of my favorite quotes because decades ago, when Gandhi told us that the sole aim of journalism should be service, it feels today like the world has forgotten that. But I've believed this since I was 6 years old, which is the first time I uttered the sentence to my mother, "I want to be a journalist." Fast forward until 10 years ago, I got what I thought was my dream job, a foreign correspondent covering the civil war in Nepal. I was thrilled. But it took only a couple of weeks in country for me to realize that I was the wrong person to be reporting that news. As I watched local women navigate through their communities, I realized that they had everything that I lacked that was keeping me from telling the most important, the most impactful stories. Access, language, context, trust. I had just two things, right? Professional journalism training and a credible publishing platform that published my work when I wrote it. So what if, my 22-year-old self wondered, what if these local women had access to those two things? What would change? Everything. At GPI, we believe that journalism is among the world's greatest development tools, inspiring a pyramid of impact that changes women's lives, changes a community's access to information, and changes the way the world understands far-off places. Here's how we do it. GPI runs a 6-month-long training to employment program that takes women from throughout the developing world, from all walks of life, and teaches them to be ethical, investigative, professional journalists. Not bloggers, not citizen journalists, professional journalists. After the training program, we employ 100% of our program graduates who work for our online news publication, the Global Press Journal. Here, they work within our sophisticated network of editors, story coaches, fact checkers, and translators. And this opportunity has proven to change these women's lives. Because at GPI, this is not about offering the same low-wage opportunities. We are changing the way the world is seeing and valuing the world's women as literate leaders, change makers in their communities, capable of literally changing the world. This is Nikinti Nafuru, one of the best GPI reporters. And Nikinti has what so many women in the developing world has. She has a sad story. She's had a hard life. But I'm not here today to tell you about her hard life. I'm here to tell you about who she is today. She is Cameroon's most award-winning journalist. She is the 2012 most read journalist on the Global Press Institute Newswire and the Global Press Journal. Nikinti is a single mother whose son is enrolled in a private boarding school in Cameroon. Nikinti's a badass. She's amazing. But here's the thing about extraordinary journalism, is that extraordinary journalism creates extraordinary change. Last year, when 22-year-old GPI reporter in Rwanda, Rita Boomwang, wrote a story about rampant sex corruption throughout Rwanda, she never dreamed that her words would reach Parliament, but they did. And today a new law is being drafted to criminalize sex corruption in new and powerful ways, thanks to Rita. Because when our leaders have access to real, credible, authentic, powerful journalism, they can be empowered to act. And the same is true for ordinary citizens. When a woman in the UK read GPI reporter Kakumale Jamela's story about the lack of availability of fistula surgery in Zimbabwe, she spent months trying to track down the woman featured in the story. And when she found her, she flew her to South Africa, paid for her surgery, and changed her life. And that's the extraordinary impact of Global Press Institute, is that these women's lives are changing, they're earning a strong living wage in a dignified profession, they are changing their communities and the world. And over the next 12 months, GPI is poised to grow even more. We currently employ more than 130 women across 26 countries, and by this time next year, we will employ 50 more. And part of the way that we do that is that GPI is also becoming a sustainable business. The Global Press News Service sells our high-quality, award-winning content to some of the world's best media outlets, like Reuters and NPR. Becoming a sustainable business will ensure that we can employ these extraordinary women for years to come. So thanks. Thanks for 5 minutes to speak on behalf of the incredible women of GPI who change the world with every word they write. Thank you.